know what? Enough with the vag and sex talk. I want to get a little bit smart because I know people are going back to school. It's that time of season. I know everybody went back to school in August, but I know, Justin, you're an example of that. But even college is going back to school. So I wanted to actually ask you guys a couple of questions about that, have like a little discussion, because I actually brought up another poll. Yeah, thank you. Please put that poll in the thing for me right now. I don't know why I'm running out of breath right now. Yeah, I need to work out. Yeah, exactly.
You might want to try this.
Whew! No, but the poll pretty much is, and I want to ask you guys in the Google call, what option would you recommend to high school graduates to do? So you have the military/Navy, college/community college, or get a job, or it depends on the person. So I wanted to see what you guys think, or express your opinions too in the Google call. Yeah. So what do you think?
I like to start off with this actually, just to get people's mental juices flowing. I would say get a job. Anything that you want to do nowadays with the whole like YouTube thing and technology the way it is currently, you could do. I know it sounds cheesy, but you can do anything you fucking want to do with your life. You can do anything, but you need money to do it. So people will tell you like, hey man, like, oh, well, you know what? Right on you, Chase. After I'm done. But thanks for putting your hand up though, man. You're such a good student. Oh my god.
Oh.
Mr. Diaz, I have a question.
Meanwhile, I got chalk over my stomach.
Mr. Diaz, I want to say fuck you.
A lot of people in the chat are already saying it depends on the person, and the second option with only 17% is college, / community college. So Chase, your IDs reflect that?
Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, it really depends because, I mean, you can't be a doctor without going to school.
Or an engineer.
Or a teacher.
So if you have the money to do so, why don't you just go to school? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, it really depends on the person, what they want to do, and whether or not they can afford it.
Okay.
Yeah, 60% people think the same in the chat right now.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Justin Bugs or Nick, our new person, shot red. What are your opinions?
I was just about to say something. I was going to say, it all depends on a case-by-case basis. Some people have certain issues where they probably can't go to school while studying sometimes, or some can do a little bit of both, or you can't have a full-time job. Like, I'll give you an example from my case. Where for me, I had to put down certain classes. Like, I couldn't go full-time because I also, work. And the job I work at, which the job I'm trying to quit probably at the end of this year, it's like I'm a part-timer, but they work me as like a full-time person.
If you mind me asking, what do you do?
I work at UPS.
Oh, nice.
That's a regular, That's a regular UPS. I work at a different division. I work at Freight, and that's little major companies. Like, you see stuff going from here to there, a whole bunch of company goods. I got a lot of stories to talk about that job because it's kind of bullshitty over there.
I mean, obviously, yeah, it depends on the person. I mean, for me personally, I would always say get a job. If you want to get something that's competitive, something that's a higher rank of job or something like that, you should go to school. You should, and obviously, yeah, there's the whole thing of people saying, oh, it's too expensive, you don't need to get a job to be go to school to get successful and get a good paying job. But 9 times out of 10, people will look at your resume and say, did you go to college? Did you get a degree? For me, trying to become a professor, I can't get a job at a college unless I have a master's and a PhD. If I want to get a good, solid, steady paycheck to lead to tenure, I have to go to school for that. So, I mean, that's my case. But, and if you don't want to go to school, there's nothing holding you back. If that's the job you want to do, then do it. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to read one point in the chat right quick. Skull said, in this job market in America, I would tell you just to get a job and then go to school part-time. That's actually a good advice there. I know it's kind of hard because, in this day and age, it's kind of hard to balance a lot of things, especially if you have children and kids that's young. But that's actually a good advice. But Bugs, we actually talked about this a little bit before. I know you got some opinions about this.
Well, again, it does depend on the person. I feel like that because there are even bachelor degrees have become like the new GED high school diploma. Basically, I was saying that you can't really get anywhere with just a high school diploma anymore. It's like, oh, you graduated high school, congratulations, you want a cookie? They kind of look. It's almost like they look down on you. And another point that we were making recently that wasn't really an issue 10 years ago, 15 years ago, but it's starting to become an issue again, it seems, is not only the fact that you went to college, but where you went to college. Because you have all these for-profit schools out there like ITT Tech, University of Phoenix and stuff. So if you're like, I'm in school, oh really, where? Key Business College. Bitch, please.
Yeah, no, you actually have a good point, because I know most people don't take animators seriously unless they come from like CalArts or one of those type of schools. So
RISD, yeah.
Or BYU.
Yeah, true. Like one of those highly sophisticated schools and stuff like that. Shout out to Goodwin in the chat. I'm glad you're watching. No, Allie, you have any opinions about this or no?
I think that I'm kind of split. I think that it does depend on the person because it depends on what you want to do. Like, let's say, for instance, maybe someone who wants to go into the filming industry, maybe, like, just making films and getting it out there is probably more important than going to a film school because, like, if you have the talent, you have the talent. I do think there's things to learn, a lot of things to learn from college. I think it's a great way to make connections. But I do think, like, something like that, or acting, you really have to just, like, build a portfolio and, go about it that way. I do think, though, like what Bug said, is that a lot of people do pay attention now to, like, if you go to college, it's very important. And I think like if a time comes that we might be in another recession again and they have to let people go, they're not probably going to let go of the people who has a degree went to college the full time. They're probably going to get rid of the people who didn't go to college. So I think it guarantees definitely there's a much more wide range of jobs that you can get if you have a degree of some sort, if you go to college, than not.
If we can ask you guys, with all these stuff y'all talking about and stuff, what is one piece of vital advice you would give to a doubtful high school senior? So something that you probably wish you would have known when you got out of high school.
I'll just say this. Working as an assistant teacher right now and going from my own experience, working with freshmen, being a freshman, just don't stress about it. Like, the worst thing you can do is panic and get yourself in a corner where you think, like, oh, all is hopeless. Because you know what? Everybody else who's in your position thinks the same way. So just go in there, know that, hey, if all else fails, I'll meet cool people if I go to college, or I can meet cool people at a job. Just don't freak out when you're at that point in high school. That's my advice for me, at least.
I would tell kids coming out of high school that, be careful what you major in. Because I wish someone had told me that. I wish I had done more research of the job market coming out of high school and when I was planning what I was going to major in college, because that has a huge impact on whether you get hired for a damn job coming out of college or not, And so many kids like me, like myself, they're like, I'm going to major in what I love. I'm gonna have that ivory tower, highfalutin, idea of what college is, and think I'm so above everyone else because I'm majoring in something smart, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, never mind.
What you were saying about, choose your degree wisely, and it's kind of like what Sammy is feeling that right now with the whole film school thing. Like, you're going to spend all that money going to film school, getting in debt, when you can just use all that money to just make an independent film. So you actually have a good point. So.
Well,
I mean, honestly, if you want to follow your dreams, I'm all for following your dreams, but it's like you can still get a sensible degree and be able to get a good job afterwards and take the money that you're making from that good government job and finance your dreams with that.
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with sitting there saying, I'm going to go work for the man and make, $50,000 a year starting out as a 22-year-old.
But I do feel like a lot of kids nowadays don't really appreciate what their parents do for them. And I would say definitely show your graciousness towards your parents, because like when you get out of school, you're going to be like, what the heck? And you're going to be like overwhelmed, and afterwards you'll really start to appreciate, like, wow, my parents did so much. They paid for my food and my clothes all this year. To just be really great to them. And also I would say don't get multiple credit cards because
No.
So
and definitely do not say, oh yeah, I'll definitely maybe you'll have the money by the end of the month, but you know you aren't going to. That's because that's how you get into debt. Your credit score goes down, and you can't get anything. So
before Ganja says anything, I'm just gonna say Ganja's advice would be fuck bitches, get money.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I have the best real goal planned for you guys. Get bitches, get money. All 2 steps. That's all you have to do.
That's a really short book to success.
Josh, was you paying attention or no? You was not paying attention.
Yeah. Are you saying what advice would I give high school students when they come out?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, life is awful. This is no point.
God damn.
I mean, you give up right now. Your happiness right now is fleeting. You may enjoy it now, but you won't be happy again after this.
Damn.
dang.
Fuck.